Hello there, fellow space captains. It's Connor here, and welcome back to another Dreadnought ship overview. So, today we're going to be taking a look at the Valcour, which is the Jupiter Arms Corvette. The fastest Corvette in the game. But it also has some limitations, so you know what, let's get right into it and have a look at it. Also, the recent update is very nice, made things a lot more streamlined and fixed quite a few annoying bugs. But anyway, here we go. So, the thing that kind of sets this thing back, it's kind of like its Achilles heel, but it's also its biggest advantage. It's also its big hitter, which is the dual heavy autocannons. The JH-380-80 dual razors fire superheated tungsten projectiles through a rotating 12-barrel autocannon, highly optimized for short-range engagements, and this thing will tear any ship apart. Maybe a Dreadnought with its shield up, or any other ship with its shield up. It'll still drop the shields fairly quickly, but yeah, it's got a small clip size for the weapons, and it is hard hitting, but it can only fire forward. Its firing arc is very limited. I mean, these guns here, have a look. See the guns in the front? They can only fire forward. They can only rotate a little bit. So, yeah, they're very powerful. Now, for secondary weapons, I went with the bolt guns. More because they're long range, whereas the dual heavy autocannons are short range. So, let's say I strafe somebody and tear them apart. Let's say an enemy tactical cruiser, and he's almost dead, but I'm out of range to actually hit him, or not in the right position to actually hit him with my dual autocannon. So I'll just hit the bolt guns up and tear them apart. Now these things have decent range, and I just like the look of them. I mean, they look awesome, don't they? And they also sound pretty cool. So EMG 600 Fitch allows light vessels to pose a threat over a distance with firing electromagnetic charged rounds with superb ballistic qualities. So yeah, it is quite slow firing, but it is nice for cleaning up any mesh you've left in your rear. I mean, I wouldn't really go for the beam turrets because, I mean, these are more than enough. My modules. Bex, shut up. God damn, I think the gods, there's a skip button now. Anyway, here we are. On the modules, as you can see, I have blink warp because no matter what, if I have either this or the, what do you call the Oberon? I can't remember the Oberon Corvette name. I can never. Fulgora, that's it. I always use blink warp. Get in, do your damage, and get out again. I mean, you could say go with assault blink warp, but I mean, look at the cooldown, 25 seconds for that, whereas this is 5 seconds, so you can get out of there fairly quickly with this. On my second slot, I have also went with the Bex. Shut up! God damn it! Every time. I hope this is not going to be a regular thing with that R-show. Secondary, I have the heavy torpedo. I wouldn't really go with anything else. I mean, the drain torpedo could be nice. I mean, draining the enemy shields. But heavy torpedo, usually I strafe in. This thing is so fast that you get in there, you hit your torpedoes, you hit your blast pulse, and just tear them apart with your dual heavy autocannons. And usually, if a Corvette or a TAC cruiser, you'll just tear it apart. So I suppose it really depends on your playstyle. Light proximity mines, they just suck. I mean, they really do. Torpedo salvo, could be useful, but I mean, you do less damage overall, and there's just one heavy torpedo here, so yeah, or two even, sorry. So I think these are more worth it. The drain torpedo, it could be useful. I can see that being useful, but the damage is just minimal. Thirdly, I have Bix, shut your mouth! God damn it, Bix! Every damn time I click on something. Anyway, here I have blast pulse, anti-missile pulse, anti-missile lasers, or anti-nuke lasers. Usually I'm too fast. I mean, this thing's so fast that they don't really pose a threat. Just hit your power the engines and just fly off. Maybe hide behind a cliff or some structure and allow the missiles or the nuke to hit that. But yeah, blast pulse is nice for just cleaning up any little stragglers that are on your tail, or you know, you're strafing. So I really do prefer this. Blast pulse is by the way, if you don't know, it's like an explosion from your ship. It doesn't damage your ship, but it damages anybody within a radius of 1350 meters, so that's quite nice. 40-second cooldown as well, so yeah, whenever you do charge in, that should be off cooldown. Depending on what your officer briefings are, it could be shorter. Sorry, I didn't say the cooldown of the heavy torpedo there. It has a short range, 1400 meters, which is quite small and short, but the cooldown is 45 seconds, so these things are kind of, you know, fairly linked in their cooldown times. Lastly, I have went with the
internal module to enhance systems such as movement and weapons.
Shut up. Lastly, I went with Afterburner. You all know that, well, the Emelman, can't talk today. The Emelman maneuver I don't really think it would be useful. I can see it being useful if you're dogfighting with another Corvette, but apart from that, I don't really know. The auto repair, um, I've never really found it useful, honestly. Stasis ammo here, I wouldn't really use that either. Afterburner and Blink Warp allow you to get in there and get out of there as quickly as possible without taking any damage, or taking as minimal damage as possible. So, yeah, I mean, these are just my preferences. You can have your own, but yeah, I mean, Afterburner has a. It lasts for 4 seconds, just you boost way out there, it's pretty damn fast, and the cooldown is 15 seconds, so it's quite short. You can use it quite regularly, as same as the Blink Warp. So, maneuverability and just being agile and getting around the map and hitting your enemies is a damn fine thing, and it's fun. This ship is very fun, almost as fun as the Talionis. Right, on to my officer briefing. So, first off here, in communication, I have Desperate Measures. The activation trigger is health gets low, and the effect is removes debuffs, refills energy, and resets module cooldowns. So that's pretty nice. I take a lot of damage, maybe Blink Warp or Afterburner aren't off cooldown because I've just used them. I drop below, I get quite low in health and I just boost on out of there because it just resets my modules. It's nice. It saved my ass a lot of times. You could go with Module Recycler. I've used it a couple of times, don't really find it all that useful. And, well, Communications 101. What else can you say? It's pretty useful. I mean, 10%, minus 10% in module cooldowns is pretty nice. But I just prefer this. It saves my ass a lot of times when I get into sticky situations, which you do quite a lot in Corvettes if you know how to play them, if you do play them. Feedback loop. Module finishes cooldown. Gain 0.3 energy per second. Well, energy in this thing isn't really an issue. So, yeah. On weapons here, I'm really confused as to what to go with this thing. I'm still not sure. So, first off, here's the Module Amper. It's an active type perk. The active condition is energy set to weapons, and the effect when active is module damage and healing plus 30%. So, I mean, the only thing that would really count for is the heavy torpedo and blast pulse, and I have navigation expert, which increases the energy consumption of other things. So I'm not really sure. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't really go with that. You know, I've went with weapons 101, but honestly, if I could get this destruction cascade, I would use it. I don't think I can afford it. No, I've only got 828 FP. But yeah, I mean, let's just go to Module Amper anyway. We'll just try it out. Navigation Expert, of course. It's an active type perk. The active condition is energy set to engines, and the effect when active is minus 50% energy consumption for engines, but plus 30% for everything else. So that's going to be a little bit difficult with Module Amper. I'm really going to have to pay attention to my energy, and let's just start a match up here and see if we can get one.
Let's see what's out there.
Shut up, Bix. Lastly, it's a trap, because it could be a trap. Take damage from behind, gain energy. So the reason I'm using this, let's say I hit a tactical cruiser and destroy it, and I'm flying off. The allies of that tac cruiser are obviously going to be behind me because I'm blasting off. And if they hit me from behind, I get lots of energy, meaning I can either put up the shields to defend myself or put up the engines just to bugger off out of there. Increased max HP, slower module cooldowns. No, I wouldn't go with that. You need as much maneuverability as you can get. Adrenaline shot, be healed, heal another. Not really. This is more of a core or tac cruiser type thing. And Engineering 101, damage resistance, not really. Tap the skills, it's a passive type perk, boosts health regeneration, nah. So that's it. Now I'm recording this with OBS, so editing isn't an issue. I don't have the edit, I can just upload this raw afterwards. But yeah, it's, as you can see, I have to wait a bit. So, you know, I want to talk about my experiences with this ship. Or, you know what, I didn't actually take the time to actually mention how it looks aesthetically. Just visually, it's a cool looking ship. I mean, look at it. I love the little window there for the cockpit and all the windscreen. It looks, not the windscreen, just the windows look pretty damn awesome. I see these 4 massive guns in the front with the bandoliers. That looks awesome. I mean, this ship was just built around these 4 massive guns. I mean, how awesome is that? Whenever I played in the closed alpha, you can modify this ship, customize it with different armor and stuff, just, you know, attach different stuff. And honestly, it looked beyond awesome. It really did, and I can't wait till they introduce probably a hero ship that will take that into consideration. But anyway, here we are getting into a match whenever this finally loads up. So, you don't really need to see much of this ship to understand what it does and how it performs. It's fast, it's agile, it's not got the greatest defense, obviously, it's a Corvette. I mean, we've got the, let me just see, where are we here? Where are you? The Kreshnik there. Very heavily armoured, very slow though. But yeah, this thing is speed, the speed demon. And here we are, Rings of Saturn. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to warn you, I tend to actually either do really well in Corvettes if you watch the streams, or do horribly depending on how the rest of my team is working. Usually whenever I strafe in, destroy the enemy attack cruiser, maybe destroy one of their destroyers, you know, if it's low in health, just burn it down as quickly as possible, let my allies finish it. I will head back to my allied healer and just see if he can heal me up, but usually, you know, that's not really going to happen because some people are still new to the game, don't really know what they're doing. Unfortunately, the Monarch is not being played today, so let's switch back over to the Valcour. I thought I renamed this thing. I must have switched it out. I called it Bullet. It's a very apt name. Let me just see. There we go. The Rings of Saturn. This map's beautiful. Some of they added a night version to 2 of the maps, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen them yet. I could get in the daytime ones, which sucks, but I'd like to see them. I mean, all the lights and little beacons on the ships glowing. Pretty cool. I mean, we're in space here, but it's pretty damn bright. Right. The middle mouse button doesn't work anymore for changing energy and stuff. That sucks. Anyway, let's go. So, energy set to engines. Let's see what we can get done. What's that? Sniper. Right, now they're all pretty clustered, so I'm just going to hold it down here, hold tight. And just wait them out. Wait for those missiles to impact. Once they've been destroyed, I will be hidden from the enemy. I'm also waiting to see if some of the enemy Dreadnoughts are going to head on over there. So, I believe the enemy team is a heavy Dreadnought team. Yes, 4 Dreadnoughts and 1 Sniper, so this is going to be difficult for me. No attack cruiser to actually go and strafe and destroy. Our team has 2 attack cruisers, 1 destroyer and 1 Dreadnought, including me as a Corvette, so they're all heading over here for me. Look at them, they have no idea what they're doing. Right, switching around, we'll take out that sniper. He's out, he's done. Getting out of here. Reloading. Energy is set to energy set to engines. Get me out of here. Afterburner engaged. They can be locked on all they want, they're never going to reach me. Not a chance in hell, mates. I'm going to link up with my team. I'm already fully healed. Good stuff, guys. Is that a Monarch? It is indeed. He's pushing for our team. Out of all the Dreadnoughts here, I'm going to go for the Invictus. Damn it. There we go. I'll keep pressing the middle mouse button to set energy to weapons and engines, but it's not working. Get out of here. 2 kills so far. Invictus and damn it, what do you call that sniper? I keep forgetting all the names of the ships in this game. They're weird, they're not memorable names like ships in Fractured Space. Some of them just have really odd names. I mean, like ships in this, the Invictus, the Monarch, they're easy names to remember. The Aeon, things like that, but the other one, there's some of them that are just weird. The Granada, for example. Let's, you know what, actually, let's check the map. Let's check the settings here. Controls. Controllers not engaged. Press keyboard. Energy wheel. Middle mouse button to play. There we go. Awesome. Problem fixed, guys. Problem fixed. Go and take out that Invictus. Oh, he's got a Smay. Is that a Morningstar? I can't tell. Oh shit, Morningstar. Come on, come on. Come on, take him down, take him down, take him down, take him down. Getting out of here, come on. Come on, come on, get me out of here. Reload the guns. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Almost took him down. You see what I mean about Dreadnoughts? They are not what you want to be hunting down in this thing. You know how I said in the Talionis that it's kind of like a shark stalking its prey, then it goes in for the grab. This thing's kind of like a lone wolf. Oh, that's not good. I'm behind it. Headed hard. Once I get my health back and allow my energy to recharge. Can I actually get through here? I'll be surprised if I can. Oh shit, I can. Awesome. Red energy full. Let's do this, baby. Oh, he has been peppered. Come on, come on. Yes, got him. There we go. Invictus is weak. The Invictus is just... Oh, it's a horrible ship. But damn am I glad. Is that an Athos? Yep, the enemy have one destroyer now. That's an Athos will be easy to destroy as well. Let's get ourselves in here. There we go. Target down. But yeah, you want to play this thing like a lone wolf. Go about hunting down the weakest members and the members of the enemy team that have went astray. They're not close to their allies. They're just randomly around. I mean, here's a sniper. Oh, what are you? Little Corvette. Come on, come on. Damn it! Did I get him? Did I get him? Damn it! I hadn't got enough energy there. Oh well. So what have the enemy got now? Two Corvettes! A sniper and 2 Dreadnoughts. Oh, they must be the 2 Invictus that I killed. Alright, let's go. Take out this little shit.
We're getting roasted out here. We need support.
Actually, you know what? Let's go after the sniper. The Dreadnought there. Invictus class. Is that another Invictus? There you are, my little mate.
Incoming, Captain. Thrusters at max. That's blink. Good to go.
Come on. Got him. There we go. Getting out of here.
An artillery cruiser.
Reload. Oh, taking fire from the Invictus. Not a problem. Just keep moving. Keep changing altitude. And we will avoid his fire. Missiles incoming, but they're not a problem either. Waiting for my energy to recharge, and then I will be out of here. Hello, missiles. Hello, missiles. Oh, now I'm going to start hitting that Invictus. Is it an Valcour? It is. Let's do this. Let's hit this guy hard. Come on, torpedoes, come on. Torpedoes inbound, and they finish him off. Good stuff. There we go, that's how it's done. Reloading, only had 1 round left in the, or 1 bullet, whatever you want to call it. People keep calling me out in what I call the actual ammunition. Is it a round? I mean, look at these things. Jesus. What is that? Getting out of here. Shit. Should have set power to shields. In Corvettes, you don't actually take damage while your shields are up. You're immune to damage until your shield actually drops, so something to take into consideration there. Is our Monarch actually doing anything? Who is he? Oh, he is. He's top of the board. Good stuff, man. I'm Monarch, leading the team to victory. Stalwart Defender. I love that ship.
Hold on. Thrusters exhausted, Captain.
What is that? Up with all the Invictus. Oh. Corvette coming in against our Aeon. Come on, turn, turn, turn.
Blinking, Captain. Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
Got him. Even an Aeon there. Intervention, good stuff. Where is that wee bastard? There he is there. Come on. Come on.
Can't do it, Captain. Still cooling down.
Come on, come on, come on. There he is there. Come on, turn. I hit this fucking banging off walls and shit. It's like fucking pinball. I wish it didn't happen. Got him.
Switching to full power to maneuvering thrusters. Engines at full burn, Captain. That's all she's got.
One, you son of a bitch.
Ready to launch. Sending pulse countermeasures. You got him. Eliminated, Captain.
Ended him. Think you'll throw corvettes at us, huh? Think you'll try and take on my tactics? Well, I'm here to say it won't work, buddy. What power do shields do? Power of shields?
Hold on.
Oh, I have no health left. The bar's empty. Oh shit. 8 kills in them third. God damn it, healers. So OP. And the Monarch as well. I can't even complain. Gorgeous ship, look at it. Still confused as to how it actually stays afloat in the atmosphere above planets. I mean, their reasons for it are just nonsense. But it is a game. What else can you say?
Thrusters burnt out, Captain. This battle is ours.
I'll get him. Gotcha, you son of a bitch.
To launch. Sending pulse countermeasures. Thrusters at max. Thrusters exhausted, Captain. Heavy damage across multiple systems, Captain. Enemy warheads locked on our position.
Come on.
Activated.
Come on.
Overheating. Putting energies in.
Got him! Yes!
Ready to launch.
That was close. That was so close. More kill and we're done. It's a simple ship. There doesn't need... Nothing else needs to be said. You can see how it performs. You can see what it does. It's powerful. It's a beast. And for some reason, the game froze there for a second. There we go. That is a victory. And that is how you do it. Trying to type here. There we go. Game third. Not too bad. Got most kills in the game, though. I'm assuming the Monarch got a lot of points for actually firing at enemies and just keeping his health up. There we go. Never does anyone in the enemy team when they lose. Oh, somebody did actually say GG on the enemy team. There we go. Going up tonight. Right, so let's return to the outpost and talk a little bit about how awesome this ship is. Well, the Monarch is awesome, but we're talking about the Valcour. And while I'm at it... Well, there we go. So, the Valquarter, the fastest ship in the game. Fastest Corvette in the game. My favourite Corvette. Well, I really like the Fulgora. The Kreshnik is growing on me. But this thing is just gorgeous. Its speed, its power, it's kind of like a glass cannon. And well, you know what I mean. These guns can only fire forward, so you have to strafe a lot to actually get your damage done. And the ship is the lightest armoured Corvette, of course, and Corvettes to begin with don't have a lot of armour. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and more is to come. If you want to support the channel, and I really do require support, you can head over to my Patreon, which is linked below or in an annotation at the top of the video. I would greatly appreciate it, and well, there's going to be rewards for people that actually become patrons, keys for games, you know, fall games similar to this, and other stuff, in-game currency, things like that. So, yep, check it out, and I of course, like always, will see you next time. Bye-bye, and have fun in space doing whatever you're doing.